Welcome back, friends. In the last lecture we were dealing with the vector multiplication. We have understood a dot product, the properties of the dot product, what are the different ways to calculate dot product. Then we have understood a cross product. I will repeat this vector multiplication cross product once again to you. Now whenever I am talking about cross product, try to remember one thing. The laws which are applicable to the dot product, it are not necessarily applicable to the cross product too. So A bar cross B bar is not necessarily equal to B bar cross A bar. Either A bar cross B bar is minus B bar cross A bar. So see, A bar cross B bar is equal to minus B bar cross A bar. This minus sign plays an important role when we are dealing with this cross product. We will try to see this in more concern when we will see the applications of this vector product in our subject. At that time it becomes easier for you to understand. Then it is not associative. Once again, the associative nature is applicable in the dot product, it is not applicable in the cross product. So A bar cross B bar cross C bar is not equal to A bar cross B bar cross C bar. It is applicable in the dot, but it is not applicable in the cross product. It is distributive. So these two or three things are not applicable, but it is distributive. How I can calculate? A bar cross B bar plus C bar is equal to A bar cross B bar plus A bar cross C bar. It is simple multiplication. Now the important property, vector multiplication of the self vector is 0. So either it is A bar cross A bar, it is AX bar cross AX bar, it is B bar cross B bar is 0. Why it is 0? If I take you once again back to the definition of the vector product, see, the basic definition is A bar cross B bar is AB sine theta. So if I say A bar cross A bar, so it will be AA sine theta AA. What is the angle between the similar vector? It is 0, and sine 0 is 0. That's why A bar cross A bar or B bar cross B bar or AX bar cross AX bar is always 0. So when we are dealing with the vector multiplication cross product of the similar vector, it will definitely result in the zero entity. Let's go back to the other properties. Now we are not going to multiply same vector with the same, but we need to multiply these unit vectors. So AX cross AY, see, draw a circle in a clockwise direction. If you don't remember XY, you can remember X, Y and Z. So AX cross AY will be a third vector AZ. AZ cross AX will be third vector AY, and AY cross AZ will be third vector AX. It is as simple as that. So AX cross AY is AZ, AY cross AZ is equal to AX, and AZ cross AX is equal to AY. This is applicable in case of vector multiplication. If you do remember, for the dot product, AX dot AY was 0, AY dot AZ was 0, AZ dot AX was 0. And if I write AX dot AX, AX AY dot AY and AZ dot AZ is equal to 1 in the dot product. But in this case, AX, see, AX bar cross AX bar is 0. So cross product between similar vector will be 0, because according to the definition, angle theta between the similar vector is 0 and sine 0 is 0. So X cross X is 0, AY cross AY is 0, AZ cross AZ is also 0. But how this cross product will result? You can simply calculate it by a matrix multiply determinant. Try to solve this determinant and write down the contained AX, AY, AZ coefficients of first vector, coefficient of another vector, and you can calculate this with ease. So this vector product plays an important role in the analysis of electromagnetics problem that we will see when we will see the actual syllabus. This is just the prerequisite we are going through, and once you have this concept clear, it becomes easier for you to understand the concepts of electromagnetics from unit number 1 onwards. So these are, once again, these are the things you have already studied, but we are learning it in the other perspective. Like you have understood, you have learned it in terms of I, J, K, and here I am now going to explain it in terms of AX bar, AY bar and AZ bar. Okay, so don't write I, J, K here onwards for this particular subject, because you can lose your marks if you write I, J and K. Then one simple numerical will try to solve. See, three field quantities are given by P bar is equal to 2AX bar minus AZ bar, Q bar is equal to 2AX bar minus AY bar plus 2AZ bar, and R bar is 2AX bar minus 3AY bar plus AZ bar. Determine P plus Q cross P minus Q. So first of all you add them. So it will become 4AX bar minus AY bar plus AZ bar crossed with P minus Q. Okay, if you do that, just try to calculate an answer. I am not going to solve it because you already know these things. How to solve, I am going to tell you. Then Q bar dot R bar cross P bar, it is a scalar triple product. It will definitely result in scalar entity. This will result in vector entity. Then this will result once again in scalar entity, and you can see both the results are same. It is a property of scalar triple product. As and when time comes, I will tell you that Q bar dot R bar cross P bar is same as P bar dot Q bar cross R bar. Then sin theta QR, how you can calculate sin theta QR? So Q bar cross R bar, you can write Q bar cross R bar is equal to QR sin theta. Okay, so you can write this as QR sin theta. And so sin theta is equal to what? Then sin theta, and this is a QR, so it is a sin theta angle between QR. As I don't have a blackboard, I am facing a problem in writing all these things, but try to understand this. So sin theta QR is equal to Q bar cross R bar divided by QR. You can calculate this sin theta. Then and what is this Q? This only Q is mod of Q, and this is mod of R. Try to understand, this is the multiplication. Then P bar cross Q bar cross R bar. First of all, calculate Q bar cross R bar, it will result in certain vector, then cross with another vector, result is once again a vector. Unit vector perpendicular to both Q bar cross R bar, the formula for that is plus or minus Q bar cross R bar divided by mod of Q bar cross R bar. If you use this formula, so the perpendicular vector, as you know, perpendicular vector can be coming towards you or going away from you. So it can be in either direction, that's why this plus or minus sign is coming. I need to calculate perpendicular to both. So perpendicular to both Q bar and R bar means perpendicular to the plane containing Q bar and R bar. You can calculate this as plus or minus Q bar cross R bar divided by mod of Q bar cross R bar. Try to solve this particular numerical and try to find the answer, and this becomes an exercise. These questions will not be asked in the examination, but this is important to understand how you are going to play with AX bar, AY bar, AZ bar and certain other things. In the next lecture, we are going to start with the coordinate system, where we will see some of the concepts of Cartesian coordinate system, then cylindrical coordinate system and spherical coordinate system. This is also the most important prerequisite for this particular course. So don't miss some of the few coming lectures. This is a prerequisite, as I already told you, but this is important for you to understand this entire electromagnetic subject. So right now that's it from my side. Stay home, stay safe and keep learning. Thank you very much.